In this video, we begin by pointing out the Margo inequality, where top 5 tech companies, namely Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Google, and Apple, earning over $1.6 trillion in 2023, without fairly rewarding individual users and free software programmers. We then propose Omni Star platform, combining BitTorrent, PhosCrypt and OmniHash in an unprecedented manner, allowing anyone to learn and program a server easily with PhosCrypt, while monetizing the digital assets with OmniHash, on any computer or device connected to internet, bypassing DNS with BitTorrent. With this, we aim to establish a truly decentralized cloud and metaverse, owned and operated by individual users and free software programmers. Here is a literal trillion-dollar question: how many of you know that the combined revenues of the top 5 technology companies in 2023, namely Microsoft, Meta, Amazon, Google, and Apple, already exceeded $1.6 trillion and growing strongly above 5% annually? And do you know that these and other technology companies manage to achieve such obscene levels of revenues by exploiting personal data of individual users and source code written by free software programmers without rewarding them fairly? Using the definition by the contrary, centralized cloud and metaverse is what we have now, where less than 1% or 0.1% of the revenues of the technology companies are fairly shared with individual users and free software programmers. We believe we have finally found a solution to right the wrongs of internet business landscape, enabling truly decentralized cloud computing using BitTorrent decentralized chat. With a promising prospect to break all essential technical barriers such as bypassing DNS, comprehensive message-level script functionalities, smart contracts and decentralized security, to coordinate efforts of literally millions of individual users and free software programmers to create truly decentralized alternatives to compete with existing commercial social media platforms. By creating a fourth-like reverse polish shell within BiglyBT Decentralized Chat, we demonstrate examples from simple reverse polish calculator to JSON string, an important foundation for database applications, and present a roadmap towards comprehensive social media tools such as search engines, forums and TikTok-like video sharing applications, on both web and mobile devices, with the final goal of establishing a truly decentralized cloud and metaverse. We have described a roadmap to establish a truly decentralized cloud and metaverse by creating a fourth shell in BiglyBT Decentralized Chat, so that each and every of over 100,000 BitTorrent nodes can now run arbitrarily complex server functions. To further illustrate the effect of a truly decentralized cloud and metaverse, imagine we now are the slaves building the railways owned by tycoons. With BitTorrent Decentralized Cloud, each user is like one of over 100,000 nodes on the information superhighway, thus owning significant portions of the superhighway, and earning a share of revenues from it. What is the magic that is capable of turning each mundane BitTorrent file-sharing node into a full-fledged server node? Metaprogramming is not rocket science. It is really simple if you know where to start. We are here to teach you exactly that. Just remember the magic words of metaprogramming: string split array, loop push eval. Just like Harry Potter learning to cast spells. The video shows two BiglyBT nodes engaged in decentralized chat channel 224455, where the channel name can be an arbitrary string. The BiglyBT node at the top left is shown via an AnyDesk remote control session, and sends a Omni star chat string, marked with prefix Omni to the BiglyBT node at the bottom right. Note the delays between sending the message and arriving at the recipient node. The FOScript reverse polish expression is evaluated and the result in a JSON string is sent back to the first client, marked with prefix echo. At 0 minutes 17 seconds, the first client at the top left sends an Omni star chat string to the second client at the bottom right. Note the current time 1129 in the message. The message only arrived at 0 minute 58 seconds. The reverse polish expression is evaluated and the sum 3329 is shown in a JSON string at the bottom of the second client, which is sent back to the first client. The delay of the second message is much shorter. The second message has the current time 1130 in it. The delay between sending and its arrival is much shorter. The sum 3330 is sent back as a JSON string to the first client. BiglyBT Decentralized chat can be modified to include shelf functionality, and enable over 100,000 BitTorrent nodes to become full-fledged servers, running services to compete with existing social media and top tech companies. Shell is a very common tool that exists within programs such as Chrome and Visual Studio Code, which enables users and programmers alike to manipulate hidden functionalities, an antithesis of Apple's users are dumb philosophy and product policy. We wish to promote Shell as a fundamental and useful educational and survival tool for users and programmers alike, to improve our computer literacy, especially when facing an uncertain future due to challenges from artificial intelligence, as well as unemployment due to globalization and automation. What we are about to do in the next 5 minutes is perhaps an unprecedented breakthrough in the history of computer programming, to deliver a tutorial on creating a shell, executing Forth-style reverse polish expression with Java as the host programming language, aiming at audience from junior programmers to experts. The secret of Shell was given in the 6 metaprogramming magic words presented earlier: string split array, loop push eval, and the code is within log message function in buddy plugin beta.java, from lines 2321 to 2430. Line 2344 performs string split array, loop of 6 metaprogramming magic words, where the input string as shown above, starting with Omni and ending with JE:, is split into an array, and each item in the array is being processed by the for loop. This for loop is actually a standard implementation of a stack machine, a very important design used in systems ranging from microprocessors to compilers. Junior programmers would have come across it tutorials for reverse polish calculators. The remaining 2 words push eval of 6 metaprogramming magic words are the most significant features of a stack machine. Note the sequence 16151300 plus in the input string with Omni prefix in the screenshot above. 1615 and 1300 are data tokens which are pushed onto the stack by the default block from lines 2408 to 2414. The last word eval comes from JavaScript and means execute function in the host programming language when input is a function token. Code shown in blue on the left such as hm:/put:/je:/d2s:/ are all function tokens. Each takes one or more items from the stack, processes them, and pushes the result back on the stack. This screenshot shows the detailed stacks as each input token, at the first column on the left, is processed. Note the highlighted line, at the end of the line open squared bracket 1615.0, 1300.0 close squared bracket are the two numbers pushed onto the stack for double precision floating point numbers. The next operation plus sums them up, and the result 2915.0 is pushed back to the same stack. This is just an elementary level reverse polish calculator operation. Java presented additional complications for FOSScript stack machine, requiring one stack for each type of variable, compared to JavaScript, PHP and Python where their variables are untyped, thus requiring only one stack for all variables. Implementation of generic stack in Java is possible but shall be reserved for intermediate level tutorials. The useful FOSScript commands begin with hm:, which creates a hash map, which can be converted to JSON string. It is followed by bput:, which adds key A with value B, cdput, which adds keyed value C and so on. D2s, moves the result on double stack to string stack, then dblput, adds the result to the hash map. Finally j:, converts the hash map to JSON string which is sent back to the first BitTorrent node. Thus concludes arguably the most important tutorial on stack machine shell in BiglyBT Decentralized chat, which we hope shall lead to a breakthrough in truly decentralized cloud and metaverse, getting back at least 1% of revenues from mega corporations in 10 years' time, to fairly reward individual users and free software programmers, the rightful owners who built the infrastructure of the digital era.